In this video, we're going to take a look at sequence and decision structure and the difference between both of those. So already in the program, I have a few comments on lines 1 through 4, and I have several print statements on lines 5 through 11. And we will see when we run this, it's going to print one statement at a time. So we're going to start by printing line 5, 6, 7, all the way through 11. And that is going to be an example of sequence structure. So on the right-hand side of our screen in the shell, you can see how each statement was run in the order that it appears. So here's line 5, there's line 6, line 7, line 8. Okay, we had a \n, so this is actually line 9, and we had another \n, which is an escape character, which you should know a few of those, \n, \t. And so two \n's allow the space here. But notice how it's very simple, very straightforward. What you see is what you get. So we want to add a little dimension to our program. We're going to allow the program to make decisions as it is running. So the way we do that is by setting up a decision structure. So to accomplish this, we're going to set up an if statement. So you can see on line 14, my if statement has an if clause, which is composed of the keyword if, notice that's orange, and a condition. And the second part of that would be the block, okay, which is a block of several prints in this case. Now the condition is going to compare one value to another to see if that's a true statement. If it's true, it's going to run the block. If it's false, it's going to skip the block. In order to test the condition, I need to include relational operators. And you should know these from mathematics. They're going to be your less than, greater than, and equals, and not equals. So right now I have if grade is greater than or equal to 9 as my condition. So if that's true, I'm going to print the statements 15 through 19. And then when it's done printing that, it's going to move on to the rest of the program and jump to line 21. If this would be a false condition, it's going to skip the entire block and jump right down to 21. So where am I getting grade from to compare it to the number 9? Well, usually, most of the time, you're going to ask the user to enter information. And I did just that on line 11. So I asked the user to enter their grade, and then I'm going to take whatever the user typed in, which would be the value of grade, and compare it to 9. Okay, so we're going to run this now. So there it is on the right-hand side. You can see sequence structure, the same thing I had before as at the beginning. I added what grade are you in, so I could compare whatever the user types in to the number 9. If we type in a number that is greater than or equal to 9, it's going to be a true condition. It's going to print these 5 statements. If we type in a number that's less than 9, it's going to be a false condition. It's going to skip the entire block and jump down to line 21. Well, let's test this to see if it is a true condition by typing in the number 10 and hit enter. And there you go. Those are the statements inside my block. Remember, the block is line 15 through 19. After the block is done running, it moves on to the rest of the program on line 21. Okay, let's run this one more time, and let's do a value that's less than 9. So let's type in the number 5. That's obviously less than 9. Is grade greater than or equal to 9? Let's find out. And it's not. It's a false condition, so it skipped the entire block. And that's the beauty of a decision structure. That's the beauty of a decision structure. Your source code controls the flow of the program. So there's our example of decision structure. So remember, you're comparing using relational operators. If the condition is true, you jump into the block and you could print, you could ask the user for more information, and when you're done running those statements, you move on with the rest of the program. Until next time.